empowerment is a promise for those who persist, not for those who merely begin. In the quiet dawn of every journey, there exists a moment when the heart whispers of possibilities and the soul dares to dream. Yet, as the day unfolds, enthusiasm can waver and the path ahead appears steep and unyielding. This is the moment when true leadership is born, not in the blast of immediate success, but in the steady, quiet act of continuing despite the odds. In a world where instant gratification is celebrated, we remember that the most monumental victories are achieved through unyielding persistence and disciplined effort. Our story begins in an ordinary place, a landscape filled with everyday challenges and subtle hopes. Here, we meet a person whose journey is not defined by a spectacular start, but by a continuous commitment to progress. This individual's path is marked by small, determined steps that, over time, build the foundation of true empowerment. The early morning light casts long shadows over quiet streets and modest beginnings. In these early hours, doubts sometimes creep in. "I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying," once said Nelson Mandela. These words echo through the corridors of history, reminding us that every stumble, every imperfection, and every setback is part of the journey towards greatness. It is not the absence of failure, but the courage to rise every time we fall that shapes our destiny. At first, our hero faces obstacles that seem insurmountable. The eagerness of youth is met with the harsh reality of challenges that test both body and spirit. There are moments when the road is long and the milestones appear distant. Amid these trials, the weight of frustration and uncertainty can be overwhelming. Yet, it is precisely in these quiet moments of struggle that the seeds of true empowerment are sown. Every setback is transformed into the grit of character, every disappointment into a call for renewed determination. With every step taken on this arduous path, the discipline of persistence becomes a steadfast companion. The steady rhythm of consistent effort creates an internal melody that is both humbling and inspiring. Our hero discovers the beauty of persistence through daily acts of commitment that refuse to be thwarted by fleeting failures. The journey is not easy, and there are days when the light of hope appears dim. But, as the gentle rays of perseverance cut through the mist of doubt, a powerful transformation begins. In the midst of struggle, there comes a turning point, a call to adventure that beckons our hero to embrace the challenge wholeheartedly. It is here that the spirit of discipline rises above the trials of the immediate moment. In a tone both sincere and unwavering, the inner voice reminds the traveler that true success does not belong to those who are initially overwhelmed by enthusiasm. It belongs to those who persist when the applause fades. It is the daily, unremarkable acts of discipline that add bricks to the towering walls of future praise. The narrative of our journey deepens. Each obstacle encountered is more than just a trial. It is a lesson in resilience. Like Thomas Edison, who once humbly proclaimed, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Our hero learns to view each setback not as a defeat, but as an opportunity. Every failed attempt brings a wealth of knowledge, and an invitation to try again with renewed spirit. When we dare to persist, we harness the power to transform adversity into achievement, turning every small act of discipline into a stepping stone toward a brighter future. As the journey continues, the path becomes less about grand gestures and more about the quiet, persistent march forward. In the face of mounting challenges, when the horizon seems elusive and progress slow, our hero finds strength in the simplicity of daily commitment. The moments when motivation is absent appear less as a sign of weakness, and more as a testament to the power of steadfast endurance. The long days of solitary effort eventually begin to weave a tapestry of perseverance that is as beautiful as it is unyielding. Between each rising sun and setting day, the transformation is gradual, yet unmistakable. The internal battles, where self-doubt often whispers that the endeavor is futile, are met with a resolute determination. It is here, in the heart of struggle, where every drop of sweat and every quiet word of encouragement carefully accumulate to create a resilient spirit. It is the persistence and discipline that distinguishes the dreamers from the achievers, the starters from the finishers. In our cinematic journey, we witness the gradual unfolding of transformation. The visuals, reminiscent of slow-motion moments captured with tender care, mirror the internal evolution of our hero. The subtle changes, a determined gaze, a firm step forward, a sincere smile emerging after tears, speak volumes about the triumph of persistence. Every scene, framed and carefully composed, tells a story of overcoming obstacles without the need for grandiose fanfare. The journey is intimate, marked by personal victories that, over time, create a legacy of resilience and strength. As the climax of our narrative approaches, the tension reaches a peak as our hero stands at the precipice of transformation. Here, the struggles of the past converge with the promise of the future. The internal conflict, fighting against the lure of surrender in moments of despair, meets the external challenges that once seemed insurmountable. In a resounding affirmation of the spirit, the hero fully embraces the discipline that has been nurtured through every trial. The evidence of this transformation is not measured by the applause of others, but by the quiet assurance of self-belief and the deep commitment to a higher purpose. Now, in the final stretch of the journey, every challenge once faced transforms into a beacon of hope. The narrative reaches its resolution in the gentle crescendo of persistent victories. It becomes clear that true empowerment emerges when we rise despite our fears, when we choose to progress instead of simply starting. Every brick laid with discipline, every effort made in the shadow of doubt, culminates in a towering monument of achievement, a vivid testament to the strength of endless persistence. The scene now shifts to a reflective pause, inviting us to consider the lessons learned throughout this epic journey. Our hero stands not before a fanfare of immediate triumphs, but before the quiet majesty of realized potential. In this moment, the journey reveals its ultimate truth, that although the path may be laden with obstacles, it is the consistent, thoughtful effort that forges true empowerment. The transformation is complete, not in a single burst of glory, but in those persistent acts that, day in and day out, define a life of purpose and integrity. The final moments of the narrative are imbued with a profound message that resonates with every listener. Standing at the summit of personal achievement, our hero embodies the understanding that persistence outlasts fleeting bursts of enthusiasm. It is a reminder that the process, with its small disciplined steps, is the real measure of success. Every stumble has been a lesson, every moment of doubt a catalyst for growth. Leadership is not bestowed by circumstance. It is earned by those who persist even when the path is dark and the reward seems distant. In the soft glow of newfound confidence, the audience is gently urged to reflect on their own journeys. Consider those moments when giving up seemed easier than pressing on, when the risk of failure whispered louder than the promise of success. Understand that every struggle is a stepping stone, every act of courage a tribute to the power of perseverance. The story of empowerment is not a tale of grand openings, but a saga written in the language of daily victories and unwavering discipline. Our journey together reaches its poignant, yet hopeful conclusion. The once uncertain path is now illuminated by the steady light of persistence, a light that grows brighter with each determined step forward. As we close this chapter, let the story of this relentless spirit echo in your heart and mind. Remember that true empowerment is not about how loudly you start, but how persistently you endure, how disciplined you remain, and how bravely you continue when the applause fades. Persist even when motivation is absent, for steadfastness is an act of worship, and working with sincerity is a mission. Those who walk the path of discipline will inevitably reach their destination. Carry this message with you. Let it empower every stride on your own journey. and trust that every trial you overcome is a testament to the strength within you. Embrace the truth. Success is sculpted through steady determination, and every single effort counts. Know that within you lies the power to transform challenges into victories, doubt into confidence, and potential into reality. The heroic journey is not measured by the speed of the sprint, but by the resilience to keep moving forward, even on days when the horizon seems unreachable. As you stand at the threshold of your own dreams, remember the voices of those who have traveled this road before you. Think of Nelson Mandela and his unwavering spirit. Think of Thomas Edison and his countless trials that lit the world. Their legacy lives on in the quiet determination of every individual who refuses to be deterred by temporary setbacks. Keep this vision close. Every deliberate, disciplined act builds the scaffold for a future of empowerment and success. Savor every step of your journey, for each is a sacred moment of triumph. And let this be the lasting truth that follows you through each day. The endurance of spirit outlasts the fleeting spark of initial excitement. And true leadership is earned through the persistence to rise each morning, no matter how dark the night may have been. Carry with you this unwavering call. Persist even when motivation is absent, for steadfastness is an act of worship, and working with sincerity is a mission. Those who walk the path of discipline will inevitably reach their destination.